Okay, so now we're going to take all that information from the first part of the video and we're going to graph it. All right, so here's my graph paper. The first thing I knew about my graph, or the first thing I found out about my graph, were my x-intercepts. So when I solved for my x-intercepts, I got -3 and +3. Okay, so I'm going to plot -3 and +3. Okay, the next thing I found was my y-intercept, which was 9/2, so that's 4.5. So 1, 2, 3, 4.5 is my y-intercept. Okay, also from the original function, I found my vertical asymptotes and my horizontal asymptote. So I have a vertical asymptotes of -2, +2, and a horizontal asymptote of y equals 2. Okay. Now, I found out more about this picture too, because when I solved for my first derivative, when I set my first derivative equal to 0, I got a critical value of 0. Okay. Then we separated our graph into intervals, and we found our intervals to be decreasing, decreasing, increasing, increasing. So the only possible point for a relative minimum or maximum was at 0, because it went from decreasing to increasing. It has to be a relative minimum. Now, typically, I would plug 0 back into my function to find its y value, but we already did that because we found our y-intercept. So I don't need to plug back in because we already did that. All right, so now on that interval, it's going from decreasing to increasing, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go from decreasing to increasing. All right, now I know something also about the -∞ to -2 interval. It says that because I got a negative in the first derivative, it's decreasing. So my graph has to be decreasing on that interval. Okay, and then lastly, from 2 to infinity, it has to be increasing. So from 2 to infinity, it has to be increasing. And notice I don't touch my asymptotes at all. And this is the picture of my rational function.